How are radicals used in physics formulas? Imagine trying to find the speed of a moving object or the energy it has. Sometimes, the math involves roots like square roots or cube roots. These roots are called radicals. Radicals are symbols that help us work with roots of numbers or expressions. They are the opposite of raising numbers to powers. If you square a number and then take the square root, you get back to the original number. In physics, radicals show up a lot because many natural laws involve relationships with roots. For example, when you want to find how fast something is moving based on its energy, radicals are the key. Think about the speed of an object when you know its kinetic energy. The formula looks like this. Velocity equals the square root of 2 times the kinetic energy divided by the mass. This means you take the square root of an expression involving energy and mass to find the velocity. Radicals also appear when calculating how long a pendulum swings back and forth. The period, or the time it takes for one swing, depends on the square root of the length of the pendulum divided by gravity. The formula is the period equals 2 times pi times the square root of the length divided by gravity. This shows how the period increases as the square root of the length. When dealing with circular motion, radicals help find the velocity needed to stay in a circle. The formula for velocity involves the square root of the force times the radius divided by the mass. This means the velocity depends on the square root of these quantities. Radicals also appear in more advanced physics, like quantum physics, where energy levels depend on the inverse of the square root of quantum numbers. Using radicals in physics formulas makes it easier to understand how different quantities relate to each other. They help us see how changing one thing affects another in a natural way. For learners working with algebra, understanding radicals helps in solving physics problems that involve powers and roots. It allows you to manipulate equations and find unknowns more easily. In summary, radicals are used in physics to calculate speeds, energies, periods, and forces. They show how some quantities depend on the roots of others. Mastering radicals in algebra makes solving these physics formulas much simpler and clearer. Radicals help connect the math to real-world phenomena, making physics more understandable and approachable.